Hey! Hey everybody! I'm gonna do a little dance. I like to dance into my Instagram lives. I'm Chef Abbie Gellman. I am a chef and a registered dietitian, which is also a nutritionist. I am here today excuse me, I'm all tongue-tied as we start. I'm here today for Designer Protein, and it's May. It was Mother's Day, so we're going to talk about women and women's wellness and health and all the great things that our wonderful Aria protein powder can do for you as a man or a woman, but particularly for women's wellness. So let's get started, shall we? We're going to cook a bunch of stuff too. So let's jump right in and first talk about this Aria powder. So it comes in vanilla. It has this gorgeous pink. But what I want to first point out is there is 50 both whey and plant-based protein per serving, which is amazing. It's really accessible. We should have no trouble absorbing it at all whatsoever, regardless of how we're eating it. There's only 1 gram of sugar, and it's only 90 calories per serving. So that's kind of our basis here. Also, we want to talk about that biotin. If you notice on here also, it's got all the biotin you need in a day. So what is biotin? Biotin works with our hair, our skin, and our nails. So it really is something that we want to eat. And rather than a supplement, we want to eat it. And it's going to help us with metabolism and really making our skin and nails glow. Then we also have vitamin C in here, and that works in connection with that biotin to help collagen synthesis. You may have heard of collagen, and a lot of people like collagen. It helps fill out your face and those, lines that happen as we get older. So we really want that vitamin C too. It's an antioxidant, and it helps with that collagen synthesis. So we're going to kind of talk about a few other things as we go down this Aria Wellness Protein Powder road and we do some of our recipes. But I also wanted to point out here that Designer Protein has a ton of different protein powders. They've got 100% whey-based, they've got 100% plant-based, they've got things like this Designer Light, which has a lower calorie count. They've got the standard here, which is a Designer Soy, which is all soy-based. And then over here, they've got this just straight up Designer Whey. Tons of great flavors and all sorts of things that you can do with it. Now, another thing that women have trouble with is iron. We have menstruation, pregnancy, lactation, all of these things as we go through our life cause us to have oftentimes a deficiency in iron. So this Aria Women's also has a good source of iron with 1.8 micrograms per serving. So let's get started, and we'll kind of chit-chat about things as we go. And of course, protein powder, a lot of people love it in their smoothies. So we're going to do 2 recipes, but the first one we're going to do is a smoothie. So give me a thumbs up if you love smoothies. Yay, smoothies in the house! And please feel free to send me questions or anything that you are curious about while I'm cooking. I'm happy to answer at any time. So if you like creamsicles, that is my next thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you like creamsicles. So that is essentially vanilla and orange, which I find to be super delicious. So we're going to make a smoothie that's basically a creamsicle smoothie. So the first thing I'm going to do here is put in some unsweetened milk, like so. You can use regular cow's milk, you can use coconut milk, you can use oat milk, soy milk. Sky's the limit here, whatever you like. And then I have in here a 1/2 cup of plain Greek yogurt. You can also use vanilla yogurt, and you can use regular yogurt, not the Greek yogurt. And then I have a scoop of our wonderful Aria vanilla powder, and that is going in. So that iron that we need is going to come in that yogurt, in the form of that yogurt. We're going to get the protein and iron and biotin and vitamin C and all sorts of amino acids in there from that protein powder. And then we have the liquid in there to really add flavor and kind of help things thin out a little bit. Now I have half a frozen banana. So I don't know about you, but I always get too many bananas and they go bad quickly. So I don't always want to make banana bread. It's delicious, right? I love banana bread, banana muffins, banana pancakes, everything. But I don't want it every day or every week. So I often will peel the bananas before they become overripe, and I break them in half. I put them in a freezer bag, a resealable freezer bag, throw it in the freezer. Voila, half a frozen banana for my smoothie every day. Easy peasy. And then, of course, I have a whole orange here. This is just a regular navel orange. You can also use a Cara orange, which is bright pink on the inside, or you can use a couple of mandarins or some clementines. Whatever you've got, whatever you like is going to be great. So let's just turn our thing on here. Beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous. So, let's see how this looks, huh? Nice. Beautiful. Let's take a taste. Let's see. What do you think? Cheers. That's really good. Delicious. So, snack, breakfast, pre-workout, post-workout, whatever you need. You've got your protein, your carbs, your healthy fats, all in this really, really super delicious Dreamsicle smoothie, right? So let's move on to our next recipe. Are there any questions I can answer while we're kind of switching over? Does anyone have any questions? Will I reset?
No questions, but I am wondering if there is anything for your gut health in the Aria protein powder.
That is a great question. So the question was, is there anything in this Aria wellness powder that works with digestive health, your GI tract? And there is this thing that they call a digestive health mix that's in here, and it's full of prebiotic fibers. So I'm not sure if you know this, you might know this already, but I'm going to explain it anyway. And if you don't know it, great, you're going to learn something new. So there are probiotics, which is what a lot of people yogurt or fermented foods. And then there are prebiotics, and those prebiotics are essentially different fibers. So a lot of fruits and vegetables would have prebiotics, for example, and those feed the probiotics. So the probiotics keep our gut healthy and our stomach happy, and the prebiotics feed the things that we want to keep our GI tract happy. So the prebiotics also are really healthy and make our gut happy. So those are in here too, which is amazing. You get all sorts of good stuff in here, right? So the next thing that we are going to make is kind of a riff on coconut macaroons. So if you like cookies and you like coconut, we have got something good for you. So the first thing I have here is a bowl and 2 bananas, and I have a potato masher. I love using potato mashers for more than just mashing potatoes, right? They are perfect for mashing bananas. Look at this, you guys. It's amazing. Like, have you ever tried to mash a banana and it takes forever because you're trying to do it with a fork or something? And these bananas don't even have to be super, super ripe. Look how quickly I've gotten them broken down and able to use here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Here we go. Amazing. All right, I'm going to move that out of the way. And next, I'm going to grab a fork because we're going to add an egg here. So I'm going to beat the egg first before I add it. Like so. And then we're going to add that right in there like that. And we're going to slowly incorporate all of this together. So in the meantime, I also have my oven set to 350 degrees, and we're going to make these in a muffin tin. So I did pre-line my muffin tin. I also pre-baked some of these, so we're going to see those momentarily also. But I've got this all pretty well mixed together. And now I have a cup of coconut. So again, macaroons are super coconutty. So delicious, right? We have a cup of coconut, and then I have a couple scoops of that powder going in, and some vanilla extract. All of that goes right in there. And we're going to mix it all together, and it's making a kind of batter. So we're going to be able to cook our macaroons in a minute. So we want to get everything really incorporated well, like so. Perfect. Gorgeous.
We've got lots of people saying that they love mashers. Mashers are the best.
Yes.
And the best tool in the kitchen.
Yes.
I'm wondering what you're making for those of us that are tuning in late.
So recapping for those of you that just came, first of all, welcome. Right now we're making coconut macaroons. We're actually going to dip them in a little chocolate, which we'll get to in a minute. But they are just kind of a riff on coconut macaroons, but we're using this gorgeous Aria Women's Wellness Protein Powder. So they're coconut, mashed banana, some vanilla extract, and coconut, and one egg, which actually also, as a side note, if you're vegan, if you want to make these vegan, or sorry, there is whey in here, so vegetarian rather, but without the egg, if you have an allergy to egg or you just don't want to use eggs, you can use a chia egg. So it would be 2 tablespoons of chia seeds to 2.5 tablespoons of water. You mix it together and then you just let it hang out for about 5 minutes, and then you put this in there. There's your egg replacement, easy peasy. So hopefully that brings everyone up to speed. Please feel free to keep asking questions and jump in at any time. I have a 6 muffin tin lined up here. I'm just going to take a couple spoons and add our cookie mixture into here. So you don't really need to use a muffin tin if you don't want. You could just drop spoonfuls on a baking sheet and bake them that way. That will work great. I thought it would be kind of nice to keep them in the little contained unit here. So you will fill these about halfway up. I have some left. This whole recipe makes about 9 of a good size. So I'll cook those other 3 momentarily, but we're going to take this. Oh, we have a question. Yay.
What's the size of your muffin tin?
So this is a regular size muffin tin. There's 6 of them here. I filled each muffin tin up about halfway. We can also do mini muffins. If you wanted to do mini muffins, you'll just cook them a little bit less time, but they be, nice little petite coconut macaroons, which also would work beautifully. So into the oven, 350, and I'm going to put my timer on here for, let's see, I'm going to put it on for 17 minutes. I like mine a little golden brown. If you like them less golden brown, you can cook them for closer to 15 minutes. But through the magic of filming, we already made a batch, so I have them here, but we have one more step, you guys. It's going to make them super yummy, even more delicious than they already were, right? So we're going to add chocolate. We have a question, yes?
Yes, so someone is wondering if they can use the Aria protein powder if they are gluten intolerant.
Yes, that is a great question. So someone asked about gluten intolerant or celiac. If you cannot eat gluten for whatever the case, you can use the Aria powder. It is gluten-free, completely safe. Another question.
Another question of what is in the woman's protein blend powder?
What is in the, sorry?
What's in the powder?
What's in the powder? Let's recap. So we talked about this a little bit in the beginning, but for those of you who are tuning in, let's do a quick recap of our protein powder and why I love it so much. So there is 15 grams of protein in one serving. It is whey and plant-based protein. So there's a nice mix in there, ton of amino acids. You get a really great profile on the protein front. There's only 1 gram of sugar, and it's 90 calories per serving, which is also really reasonable in a protein powder. There's a digestive health aspect. Which means there's just some prebiotic fibers in there that really help make your gut happy. And you can feed all your good bacteria in your body. Then there's iron in there, so women really need to make sure that they're not deficient in iron. So there's 1.8 micrograms of iron. And then there's biotin and vitamin C, which helps with your hair and your skin and your nails and antioxidants all throughout your body. I feel like there's so much more. Oh, the calcium, vitamin D, and phosphorus. That's your bone health trio. So I don't think I mentioned this before. So you have vitamin D and calcium and phosphorus, which helps our bone health, and the vitamin D, which is really hard to get in food. So we do need to take it in a supplement. Oftentimes you only get it in a limited amount of foods or the sunlight, right? So you have it all here, but we need that vitamin D in order to better absorb that calcium and phosphorus, which in the end helps us with our bone health, which is super important for everyone, but especially for women, because as we age, we're more likely to get osteoporosis, right? So really important as we're aging and exercising and keeping, ourselves fit and going every day. So hopefully that was helpful. Let's talk about chocolate. I would like to talk about chocolate. I'm going to put this here for now. So I have a chocolate bar, and I'm just going to take some of it, and I'm going to break it up into pieces. You can use chocolate chips. You can use, a regular candy bar. This was a 78% dark chocolate bar. And what we're going to do is microwave it and melt it. So it's not going to be that gorgeous, shiny chocolate that you get from your local candy store. Because we're not tempering it, we're going to do it the easy way in the microwave. But it's still going to taste just as good. So into the microwave, we're going to put it in for about 30 seconds, and then we'll give it a check and see how it's going. And there's a question. Yes?
We have 2 questions.
Great.
First question. Julie wants to know if she can dip the whole macaroon in chocolate.
Yes, Julie, you can dip half the macaroon or the entire macaroon in chocolate. And that is the thing. If you did the mini muffins, you definitely can get that whole mini muffin coconut macaroon in there for sure. But for today, we're going to just do half. But yeah, they can all 100% go in. Yes.
And then the second question is, what is folate?
What is folate? Yeah. Okay. Folate. So, sorry, let me pull this out. And we're going to give it we need a lot more time. So give me 1 second, and I'm going to talk to you about folate while I put this back in. Okay, so folate helps cell and tissue growth. You might have heard of a version of it called folic acid. And folate is something that you hear a lot about for pregnancy. It's really important for women when they're trying to get pregnant and when they are pregnant, because of neural tube defects with babies. So folate and folic acid are really, really important, and they are, of course, also in our Aria Women's Wellness Powder. Let's see. Any other questions while we go? Ooh, look at this. Let's see if you can see. I know I don't have a glass bowl on here, but can you see how this is going? All right. So, essentially, well, you know what? I'm going to show you a trick. I think I have, do I have chopsticks? I do. If you have chopsticks handy, then we're going to do this. So we're going to do what Julie said, and we're going to put the whole thing in the chocolate. So I'm going to take one of our muffins, our little coconut macaroons, and I'm going to move it around just like this so you can see in the chocolate. Voila! And I have a nice, plate here. that has wax paper on it. I'm just going to put our macaroon on there. So if you wanted to just do half and, you know, just a touch of chocolate, you can do that too. Let's do another one all in. What do you think? I think that sounds like a great idea. Okay.
Sounds like we've got lots of chocolate lovers on here.
Lots of chocolate lovers. What's up? And chocolate and banana is really good. Chocolate and coconut is even better, right? So essentially what I will do is keep melting chocolate and keep putting chocolate on our Aria coconut macaroons here. And then I'll put them in the fridge just so that chocolate gets set, and then eat away. And I would store them in an airtight container in the fridge because they do have egg in them and chocolate on there that we don't want to melt at room temperature. So those will stay in the fridge easily for up to 5 days. And they're nice little snacks. I had my daughter try one before and she liked it and didn't even have chocolate on it yet. Wait till she tries it with the chocolate on here, right? All right, there you go. So amazing, right? So protein powder is not just for smoothies, you guys. There are so many other things that you could do. So any last final questions before we say our goodbyes? No? Well, thank you so much for watching. Once again, I'm Chef Abbie Gellman. You can find me over at Chef Abbie Gellman. I'm a registered dietitian and a chef, and we're here live on Designer Protein's site. Thank you to Designer Protein. They have so many great products, so be sure to follow them and check out everything and go and get yourself some of this Aria Wellness Women's Protein Powder. Thanks, guys. See you soon. Bye.